Ted Cruz, you fat looking blowfish. You fat looking motherfucker. You fat looking wannabe man that always uses the people that means the most in your life. Not only the people, the woman that means the most in your life, and throw them under the bus for your career. First your wife, now your daughter. Hi, welcome to JOA. If new to my channel, please click subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'd really appreciate it if you do subscribe and you do click the bell. This is going to be an icebreaker question. Would you as a parent that is watching this right now, would you as a parent use your daughter or use someone really significant in your life as a woman or as any human being and throw them under the bus for political gain in your career or for your just career in general? Let me know in the comments below. I want you guys to watch this fat blowfish blame his daughter for his antics, and I'm going to come back with some more.
Well, Texas is going through horrific storms, and millions of Texans have lost power and lost heat and have been hurt. And our family was among them. We had no heat and no power. And yesterday, my daughters asked if they could take a trip with some friends, and Heidi and I agreed, so I flew down with them last night, dropped them off here, and now I'm headed back to Texas and back to continuing to work to try to get the power on. What's happening in Texas is unacceptable, and a lot of Texans are hurting.
I was thinking of the same thing too.
Upstate New York, you gotta see a couple feet of snow and just kind of gone.
Hey, that's sit up straighter, that's for sure.
I don't care. I'll take a picture.
Casual.
I know, right?
To go was tone deaf. Look, it was obviously a mistake, and in hindsight, I wouldn't have done it. I was trying to be a dad, and all of us have made decisions. When you've got two girls who've been cold for two days and haven't had heat or power, and they're saying, hey, look, we don't have school, why don't we go, let's get out of here.
So there was speculation yesterday. Some people saw him on the airport. Some people took pictures and they didn't really know if that was him because they only had shots of his head. I don't know how people didn't know that was him because he has a big ass head. So it's really not hard to miss. Texas is really doing horrible right now. Texas has people that are out of power. Millions of people are out of power. Literally, like I'm next door and we experienced the cold in Louisiana not what Texas is experiencing, but we're experiencing some forms. You know, some people are out of power. They had a transformer that blew out over here. But y'all know, Louisiana went through 3 hurricanes, and I'm just grateful at the moment that, you know, we're okay and we're not out of power. And I'm really praying for Texas. This fat fuck is going to say that he wanted to go on vacation to Cancun or was dropping off his daughters to Cancun because they said they're out of school for a week due to the storm. So why can't they go to Cancun? Well, that's all bullshit because his wife that was ridiculed under the Trump administration, which I don't see why she's still married to him because he's not even a man. There's text messaging proved by different sources out there, by the Business Insider and other outsources out there that are saying that Ted Cruz and his wife and kids were going to go on Cancun for like a week. But as soon as media coverage picked this up, he dropped off them kids and he changed his flight and he came back as soon as possible. There's text messaging out there that said that he's going. Who in their right mind packs up multiple luggages to go to Cancun for like 24 hours to drop your kids off and come back? Who? Who goes there for 24 hours in general? Who goes to a pretty place in 24 hours in general? Like, if anybody that is watching this right now, and look, I'm all for anybody's political perspectives, but if anyone's out there watching this right now that's thinking about voting for this fat fuck in 2024, please unsubscribe from my channel. Please, because this man is not a man. This man is not a leader. All this man is a political submissive bottom, just like Lindsey Graham, and would do anything and everything if it takes to sell his soul, if it takes to sell his daughter and wife's soul to get his career up to the top. Because if this doesn't really prove to you that during this pandemic and also during this iceberg crisis that Texas is feeling right now, if that doesn't prove to you that this man is not capable of enough in leading not only a state, but a country, then I don't know what else to tell you. Now, yesterday, before I even knew that this man was a political figure in Texas, before I even cared that he went to Cancun, I did tweet it out saying that who cares? I said something to the effect of on Twitter. If you ain't following me, follow me on Twitter at Jordan Jordan Show. I said something to the effect of that Republicans really don't care about COVID, which most of them don't. And so it came to the point where I just looked at him. I'm like, well, damn, he represents Texas. So this is a situation. You know, a lot of people in Texas, they're out of water. A lot of people in Texas can't even shower. They can't bathe. They can't eat. They can't do anything because they're stuck. They're out. And people are comparing this to Hurricane Katrina. And I'm just going to say this. I don't want to offend anyone out there. What's going on in Texas is nothing in comparison to Hurricane Katrina because, baby, I personally would rather be cold as hell than hot as hell, number one. I personally would rather be cold as hell than have a flood of the lake come into my neighborhood to where it's a swamp. It's nothing like Hurricane Katrina. So for those of you out there, white, black, everybody out there that don't know what hurricanes are and what the relevations a hurricane can do to a family and to yourself, please save the masses and don't even compare Katrina to what's going on in Texas because it has nothing in comparison at all. And this fat fuck, okay, I was 13 years old, 12 going on 13 years old when the Katrina happened. You know, I'm a Floridian. I've been through hurricanes. Didn't have a huge experience until I experienced Hurricane Katrina in 2005, where my parents and myself, we literally stayed 3 days after Hurricane Katrina. I was about the same age as his kid's age. You know, it was me, my brother, and my sister, and my parents. Me and my brother, we're about the same age as his daughters. And my father, who was about his age right now at 50 years old, is diabetic. But yet we stayed in 120 degrees. 120 degrees, okay? Remember that. The summertime, 120 degrees weather after the storm, 3 days later after the hurricane, okay? So if your fat ass can't sit there in the cold, can't sit there and do some type of Boy Scout type of ish because you look like a Boy Scout type of man, you know, then like you aren't capable enough of leading a country. You know, you aren't the man that you say that you are. You don't have the bass in your voice or the bass in your characteristics of yourself to lead the masses. And I'm going to say this again. If any of you guys are thinking about voting for this man or re-electing this man in 2025 to being to the position that he is in now, then please unsubscribe from this channel because this man is not a leader. He's an ass kisser. He's a submissive bottom, just like a Lindsey Graham. He's a man that will sell his daughter and his wife's soul just so he can upscale in his career. I don't have nothing to say to you. And if that doesn't prove to you, this man is linked to Megan McCoon's husband. And you know Megan McCoon's husband married Meghan McCain. Ben Dominass married Meghan McCain for political gain so he can get a job. Fox News, the plagiarist, college dropout, basically another Candace Owens. You know he married her for that. So they're linked together. So if that doesn't really put something in your mind to not support this man in the coming years of presidency, and please leave this channel because I don't have nothing to do with you because this man is not a leader. People are dying out there. People are freezing out there without water, without electricity, without food. And this man is going on vacation and you're supposed to be a leader of the country? Are you serious? Boy, get the fuck out of here. Anyways, y'all, please do subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I don't understand. I don't.